I am literally sweating. Since I work by myself, I don't talk a lot. I'm over here like, dang, I really have that much to say. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Atsimba, but you can call me Atty. I am a full-time macrame artist and small business owner. My channel basically focuses on macrame tutorials, and I want to start sharing a lot of behind the scenes in my small business. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, I am at C by the C Shop, and I like to share a lot of small business tips on there. A lot of that stuff I want to bring onto my YouTube because I personally have found YouTube to be extremely helpful in teaching me things for my small business. So I just think it'd be useful if I shared that with you. If you are interested in that, please go ahead and subscribe. I will be bringing videos every single week. Today's video is going to be a tour of my macrame studio. So I'm really excited to share this with you because I get a lot of questions as to what I use and how I store my items. So please keep in mind that I am working with a very small space. My fiance and I live in a 450 square foot studio, so even that in itself is already very small. I have taken over what is supposed to be like the dining area and completely transformed it into my macrame studio. I do it all in the corner of my 450 square foot studio, and I just want to show you a tour of it because even if you have a very small space, you can make it happen. You just have to be a little strategic and just remember that maybe not everything's going to be totally perfect all of the time, but trust me, you can make it happen. I have been running C by the C Shop in this tiny little studio for 2 years now. I've made it work somehow, but we definitely are looking for a bigger place. Of course, I am extremely grateful for it. I truly do love this space. I love how I have decorated it, and it honestly makes me happy being here. Although I can see the majority of my apartment, I can see, except for the bathroom, I can see the bedroom, I can see my front door, I can see the little living area, and 2 steps forward and we're already in my kitchen. But still, being in this little corner of my house kind of like takes me away. Like, it makes me feel like I'm in my own room. It makes me feel like I'm in a different place. And I'm glad that I have separated away my work area as opposed to like my living area, my bedroom area, my chilling out area. Since I work from home in a very small space, I think that separating an entire area has really helped me just like focus on work here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Let's dive into this little tour of my macrame studio. Okay, so let's dive into the details of this space, starting with my main work area. I have a clothing rack from Target. Of course, you can get one literally anywhere, but I will link the one that I'm using down below. I absolutely love this one because it's adjustable in height. Like, I guess I don't want to show you like how I do it because I have this huge piece on it, but you can raise it up or lower it down depending on how you want it. And I think this goes like even like another maybe 1.5 feet higher. So if I'm really like working on a really long piece, I like to raise it up, and if I want to sit down, I can like literally put it all the way down and just grab my chair and then just have a seat to work on it. I also really like it because it extends out that way too. So there's just like a lot of area on this clothing rack. Plus it's also on wheels, so that is really convenient. Let me kind of show you the setup here. Typically I use S-hooks for all of my stuff, but since I am working on a really thick driftwood piece, I have tied it up with rope and then just made sure that it's even so I can work across it. So another little random hack too is if I'm not entirely sure where I want this piece to go or how I want it to look, I will just clip on using like little chip clips to like see the shape of it. So this is a custom piece that I'm super stoked on, and I'm not quite sure if I want to do these arms yet, so that's why I'm like holding on to the pieces with just a little clip so I don't have to like tie and untie so many knots. So that's what I have going on the rack. And then over here I have a little wooden crate that holds some of my rope that I'm working on, and I just got this really cool thing on Amazon. I'll link it down below, but like look how convenient that is. Like I'm really excited about that. It's literally just like a yarn, I'll fix that later, but it's just like a yarn spinner thing. So I really like this for the pieces that have 2 colors in it. It's just super convenient. And then this is just like old scraps and old work. And then here we have like a little affirmation: money comes easily to me, I am abundant. And then I just like having this up because I fill in the blanks in my head. And then Adam has a little movies to watch list for us. So movies I haven't seen yet that he wants me to watch. Okay, so moving on up, I have this thing up here like this because it's basically like a phone holder and I use it to record like reels and everything. So I like it because you can untwist this so you can basically attach this anywhere. I just have it here right now because I was using it to hold my phone here so I could watch YouTube videos while I worked on this piece. This little gooseneck holder thing is just so convenient for recording reels and just getting like all the weird angles too. And then I have this cool looking little art piece that I got on Society 6. I just really like it because it really matches all of the colors that I like to work with a lot. So it's really earthy and it definitely goes with my vibe. So here is where I keep this little yarn spindle thing that I make my little teeny spools with. I don't use it up here, but I just store it up here so when I need to use it, I will like attach it to a table instead. So for the rest of my shelf, it's basically just decor, nothing really for macrame, but I kind of want to share where I got everything. So this cute wicker chair I got from another small Etsy shop. I will link them down below. This little plant I got as a going away gift from my manager at Whole Foods. I got this cute little pot from a local nursery in Ventura. It's called Green Thumb. And I have a cute little cactus on it. This pot I got from someone that I follow on Instagram. Her name is Adriana Limas, I believe. And she makes these custom pots with your own nude selfie on it. So yeah, that's me. And I absolutely love it. Like this just gives me so much empowerment. Like I have a matching mug with it and I swear coffee just tastes so much better out of that mug. But her nude selfie series is just so empowering. It's so awesome to have like your own self as art. So please check her out. I will definitely link her down below. I got this planter for myself, but I got the mug for my fiance as a present. So it is a great present to either yourself or your partner. Now moving back to, of course, another piece of booby decor. So this piece I got from Rose Grown. I will link their shop down below as well too. And then here I just have another plain terracotta piece with a cute little cactus on it. Oh, this doesn't have a plant in it because I don't know what I want to put. I want something special in here, but I'm not quite sure what should go in there yet. Okay, and then I have this cutting of a Swiss cheese plant, which I absolutely love. I actually got this gifted from one of my followers, which was so freaking sweet. Like I remember I had put up on my stories that this was like one of my dream plants that was like really hard to find, and then they offered to just send this to me. So that was super sweet. Thank you again, Mercedes. That was so nice of you. It's doing pretty well. She's a little dusty, but the roots are growing pretty well. And I don't want to pot it yet because I just think it looks cute there. So we'll do it eventually. And now I have another little mini cactus in here. It just looks super cute in here. I love it. And then I have a propagating ZZ plant in here. Moving on up, we have a cute little wicker mare from H&M, a wicker basket from Target, and then the rest of these are either thrifted or from small resellers on Etsy. So this wall hanging is actually a YouTube tutorial that I have up on my channel. So I will link it down below too if you want to check it out. You can make this yourself with all of the supplies on my shop. I have some wooden crates that I have found to be like one of the best ways to organize my cord. I have a little bit of rope here that I use for plant hangers, and then I have my diffuser, which I really like when I need to set the mood and help me focus. So in this little basket, I have a lot of combs that I will include in orders that have tassels in them. So I just instruct my clients to use this to like brush tassels out and just to keep your pieces looking really nice. I also just have like a bunch of random like cuttings that I don't want to throw away yet because I know I'll find a use for these. Like I use vanilla in everything. So I honestly thought these rings were going to be a lot bigger to use for plant hangers, but they're super small. So I haven't really decided what I want to do with them yet, but I just have them here. And then in this corner, I have a ton of driftwood pieces and wooden dowels that I use. So in here I just have driftwood pieces that I've gotten from the beach. I have more of these somewhere else in my house, but I have this cool like cholla cactus piece that my fiance's grandma gifted to me. So I have a ton of these pieces. I'm planning on doing another cholla cactus collection soon. So yeah. And then in this little pot, I have a bunch of wooden dowels. They are just 12-inch wooden dowels that I use to make my macrame boobies. Then I just have more. And then I got this little storage thing, like it folds in. But I got it from the thrift store and I never took the sticker off. But I am planning on cutting away this fabric and making, like, I don't know if you've seen on one of these magazine holders, but macrame. So that is the plan with that thing. I also have a saw in here, which is how I cut my driftwood to size. So I just have that hidden away in there. So that is that corner. Let's start in this top corner right here. So this pegboard is super handy for storing my keychains. I just love how convenient it is. This is like the sad, depressing little row of wristlets. I definitely need to restock them. Then I have this little dusty rubber tree plant. I love this little guy. He's still thriving, kinda, as I see a dead leaf in here. So this is typically what it looks like when I'm packing orders, except I will have like all of my labels printed and everything. But that's why I have my stickers handy here. I have my little other stickers that I use to put on the cord here. Then I have my thank you cards, little post-it notes in case I need to like write something down. I have scissors and then pens to write my thank you notes. And then here I have the hemp cord that I use to like wrap up my orders. And I have paper water activated tape, which I absolutely love. It is from Eco Enclose. I get most of my packing supplies from them. So that is the majority of things that I use when I'm packing. If I think of anything else, I'll just link it down below. I just put this candle here because I thought it was so cute. This company, Birth Date Candles, reached out to me to give me a little gift, which I thought was so sweet. So they have their candle, basically you can choose whatever date you want. So of course I chose my birthday. So it gives like your strengths, your weaknesses, which is super on point as an Aries, and then it just tells you a little bit more about yourself. So I have a discount code actually. You can use Atty 10 if you want to check out their products and get your own. It makes a perfect gift for yourself or for like an anniversary date. So yeah, again, I will link them down below. They are a super sweet company, and thank you again to Birthday Candles for sending me this. Okay, so up here for a little decor, I just have some really cool arches. And these are actually not painted on. They are sticker decals. So I can just like easily peel them off for when I need to move out. So let me give you like an overview of them. And then on here, I just have a couple of affirmations that have been helping me because I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling a lot of imposter syndrome lately. So I just like to put these up to remind myself that I am creative, I am worthy, and I am running a successful business. Okay, and now moving on to like some electronics really quick. So I have my laptop here. I usually just leave it here because it's easier to like work on it as I'm standing when I need to print out labels and stuff. But of course, like I'll move it around and go sit at my desk if I need to like work on my website. But I just like to have it here because it's like the easiest place to charge it. And then right next to it, I have my beautiful Rollo printer. I swear this thing never lets me down. Like I love my printer so much. So I will definitely link this one down below. So then right here, I have my cord for my camera. And then I just have my hard drive for YouTube videos. Okay, now taking you a little bit further down, I have stickers for my rope. And then I just have like a hole punch here in case I ever need that. And I have some wicker baskets that I just plan on making some really cute like macrame baskets on, but I just haven't had the time yet. And down here, I just have a bunch of keychain hardware. I have some Christmas lights and then beads that I don't really use, but they're just there. Okay, let me catch my breath a little bit and then sit down so I can open up this drawer. I haven't really figured out the best way to organize in here, so just beware. So basically, since again this is like my packing and shipping area, I just have a ton of boxes, and then I have some mailers that I'll probably honestly never use again, but I just have them here because I don't want to get rid of them. I don't know what to do with them, honestly. And then I have a binder with all of my like documents and invoices from 2019. Okay, so now let's take a look at my desk. So here's how I have it set up right now. And again, in a perfect world, it would look like this all the time, but sometimes when I'm busy making keychains, it just looks like a total disaster. So basically, I use my desk mainly to like sit down and plan out my day, or to make keychains, because keychains, in my opinion, are just easier to do when you're sitting down. So let's have a seat, shall we? So right here next to my desk, I have, of course, even more boxes. Like honestly, I would need like a whole space just dedicated to boxes. I have some boobs that I've prepared. I don't really have a place to store inventory, which is kind of frustrating, so inventory just kind of gets piled onto my desk. Okay, so starting here, I have this little catch-all basket kind of. I have push pins in there, little nails. I have more beads that I just didn't end up using, and just like random stuff in there. I need to organize that a lot better. In this smaller one though, I have the rings that I use for my plant hangers, and then other keychain hardware that I'm like debating using. And I have more keychain hardware here. It's just so much easier to like grab these, so I'll refill it as I need to. And then here I have smaller keychain hardware that I use for my lanyard and my wristlet. I have the comb that I use to brush out my keychains. I have my little SD card to plug into my laptop when I'm editing videos. I have the scissors that are, in my opinion, the best to cut keychains because they're really precise. They're fabric scissors, so it just makes it a lot easier to get like a better cut. And then I have crochet hooks because sometimes I like to use them. I don't even know what this cable is to. I just have it here because I don't want to lose it. Then I have a random pencil in here. Okay, so moving on, I have some keychains that I need to work on. Here I have, since it is Sunday, I do like to plan my weeks out starting on Sunday. So I have it set up. After this video, I'm going to take some time to like sit down and think about what I need to do and just plan my week ahead. So here I have some keychains that I've already tied together, but I just need to brush out the ends with that comb that I mentioned and then cut it. But I've been meaning to do more projects with macrame flowers, so here is a petal that I have started. But I'm definitely planning to come back to this soon. And then I have my ruler for when I measure things out. Here is my old printer that I used to use before Rollo. I used to use Dymo, but honestly, it messed up for me and it got jammed so many times. So this is an old one. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it yet. I guess I need to find like an e-recycling waste center. Here I have a box of mailers that I just don't have any room to put away yet, so that's why I still have them in this box. But here I have the mailers that have all fit in here without looking weird. This is what I pack my keychains, wristlets, and lanyards in, so I use a ton of these, so I just like to have them out. Honestly, this stack is probably going to be gone by the next round of orders that I ship out. Okay, here I have this little moisture meter that I got from my friend Emily. She is at Classy Casita, so you can check out her shop. And I've been meaning to use this in my Instagram pictures because I think it's really handy to use like a moisture meter for plants that you have in plant hangers, so you don't have to constantly take them out of the pot and check the soil. That's why I have this here. Like I've been meaning to do something with it, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And I also have some rings like this that I've been meaning to do something with. Okay, so here I have invoices and just documents and paper and like tax stuff that I need to organize for this year. I don't even want to look at it yet. Honestly, I hate thinking about taxes, but I need to do that. Here I have the cord that I use specifically for my keychains. So this is 3mm. What I had on my other wall was mostly 5mm because that's what I use for my wall hangings, but the 3mm is what I like to use for keychains, so that's why I keep it here. Here I have some tissue paper for when I need to wrap up cord spools and all that, and then here I have some brown paper just for like orders and packing, and of course, you guessed it, even more boxes. Okay, and then inside my desk really quick, I just have some random like box cutters. I really liked these scissors, like these really small scissors, but then they broke, so now I'm sad. I have a lighter, I guess, in here. I have some extra combs for keychains. And I have a note that I like to read every now and then from my friend Cassandra, who makes these cute little earrings. Okay, here I have some envelopes in case I ever need them. And then I use this brush when I need to like get the like sand and stuff out of driftwood. So sometimes I'll just take this brush and like scrub them. And then this one I don't want to open, but it's basically just like cables and stuff in there. Okay, so that is everything in my macrame studio. Again, I'll have pretty much everything linked down below, so I hope you enjoyed that little tour. And I do want to emphasize that this is such a small space, so I just have learned to make it work, and I seriously just cannot wait until we move. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day planning out my week. And usually like Sundays I also dedicate to like restocking things. So you saw up there that that pegboard was looking pretty empty, like where the wristlets are. I need to make a ton of wristlets today. I want to finish up that custom piece and maybe hopefully start to edit this video. That's the plan for today. I hope that you have a great weekend. Again, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I plan on sharing a ton more macrame tutorials and a lot more small business tips. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.